Oi. Ah, perfeito. We can start? Okay. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here again alongside with RTCC and the super team. It's okay? Okay. Hi, everyone. We're super excited to be here today in this panel organized by RTCC. And today we'll talk about how fashion and sustainability are interconnected and how circular practices and adaptation in this kind of sector should be one of the most priorities we should address. For this panel, please, I would like to call Mariana from Lunelli. Thank you, Mariana. Also, Regina Frederico Durante, das lojas Renner. Obrigada. Thank you. And Luciana Duarte from Erasmus University. Thank you. And also from Midday, Safarzade Majdina. Thank you. Did I say your name correctly? Yeah. Okay, but I want to learn. How do you spell your name?
Medina. Originally Medina, or you can just say Medina.
Okay, Madina sounds nice. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. And, oh, okay, Eduardo. Okay, so Eduardo also from Lojas Renner, I'm sorry. Oh, Eduardo Farlauto, sorry.
Sir, he also has come too. I know. We are two persons. I know.
Okay. Ainur Yusenova, also from Midday? Yes, thank you. I apologize because I have this sheet and the second names are on the other one. But it's important that we are all together. I see that Eduardo has a. You're in minority today, so we have a panel, a lot of powerful women. I hope that's okay for you. And hope to learn, of course, with the diversity in this panel too. So as you probably aware, considering your daily lives and the corporate activity you all go on, the fashion industry is not only one of the main responsibles for greenhouse gas emissions, but also represents a lot of kinds of different impacts in the whole chain, in the whole productive chain, to make fashion industry go on. Of course, there is many things we could address, like circular products and life cycle of long life cycle products, and of course the consumer behavior and adaptation. But I think in your lectures, in your presentations, we will see more about that. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I think we can start with Lunelli, Mariana. The floor is yours, please.
The microphone, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mariana. I'm a sustainability specialist at Lunelli, and today we'll bring some information about our circular fashion initiative. So, to start here, the presentation. Okay. Yeah. First of all, thank you for the opportunity to be here, and thank you for being here with us. Before I start talking about our projects and our initiatives, I would like to bring some information about Lunelli, our company. So Lunelli is a Brazilian textile company that has been operating in fabric and 2 countries. So we have 14 factories in Brazil and Paraguay. This year we complete 43 years, so we call of meaningful fashion. So for us, making meaningful fashion is connect to improving people's lives. So in this screen we can see our ideology. So it's are very focused and caring of people. To share some information about our company and background information, we'd like to share and emphasize some numbers and results and about our operation. So last year we produced more than 14,000 tons of fabric. So it's a very large production. And over than 24 million of pieces of clothes. So we're talking about here the impact of fashion. So it's a big production. And our responsibility about this is big too. So we use 99% of better cotton and 100% of responsible viscose to produce our clothes. So the care of how materials are using is very important too. And last year we reduced 12% of a waste sent to landfill, so it's a very expressive number too. And we can recycling more than 2,300 tons of textile waste. So it's a part of our project about circular fashion. Our action is very connected with our sustainability vision, which is making meaningful fashion that promotes a positive impact in the world and for all. And we connect our strategy with our projects with to work with some themes. So we working with 4 themes: chemical management, GAG, waste management, and responsible sources and materials, which is the main subject here. So these actions is very connected with our responsibility with our value chain. It's a bigger value chain. It's very verticalized. So we have many contact and responsibility with our stakeholders. So it's a very it's a challenge to work with circular fashion in a Brazilian fashion sector. So this our focus here and to improve our circular process. So we have this initiative with 2 projects. We actually work with 2 different ways to improve our circular strategy. One is for the surplus fabric. Is in this design, it's the higher process we can see. It's focused in using of the leftover of our materials, and another is recycling the scrap material to make a new cloth. So it's a big process, a secondary process. So here we are extending the life of our material and reintroducing the material in our development process. So it's a very stakeholders involved in this. I want to talk about each project. So in the first one, we working with surplus, and we create a brand to work with this material to improve our development and use of this material was manufactured and would be discarded. So this concept of reusing textile waste not only reduce the waste, but also reduce the demand for new raw materials and contribute to environmental preservation and less impact in the fashion. So in the context with the economy circular being becoming more relevant and more present in our industry, this initiative helped to minimize the impact of fashion and encourage the reuse of the materials that would manufacture. So it's one of this initiative, and another I would like to highlight and share with you. It's about recycling scrap. So we can see how where the scrap is collected and where we make the disfibration process, the new spinning, new weaving to reintroduce the material in our process to develop new clothes. So in this photo, we can see example for this cloth, a new cloth with recycled material. So this process, we have a partner to do this. She's certified which verify the recycled material and monitoring all this process. So it's a very, very difficult and a very challenging to do, but we have a good initiatives in Brazil to do this. So I want to show a video to explain a little more about the process and give you an overview about this second project to finalize my speech.
Na Lunelli, nossa visão de sustentabilidade é fazer moda com significado que promova impacto positivo no mundo e para todos. E como parte da nossa jornada de sustentabilidade, buscamos desenvolver produtos de menor impacto ambiental, como é o movimento Moda Circular. Nós desenvolvemos peças utilizando fibras têxteis recicladas, transformando o que era resíduo em novos produtos. E é com esta iniciativa que impulsionamos a estratégia de sustentabilidade e o eixo de inovação em materiais e produtos sustentáveis.
No dia a dia da Lunelli, buscamos minimizar a geração de resíduos têxteis em nossos processos, através da melhor eficiência dos encaixes e das melhores práticas de produção. Mas, quando ocorre sobras em nossas operações, enviamos 100% para a reciclagem. Separamos os resíduos no local de geração e encaminhamos aos locais de armazenamento interno, no qual é coletado por nosso parceiro. Trabalhamos com parceiros que nos apoiam na transformação dos resíduos têxteis em novos materiais, com diferentes aplicações na indústria têxtil e para outros setores.
Nós apoiamos a Lunelli e diversas outras empresas na gestão dos resíduos, coletando esses materiais nas plantas industriais, essas aparas, trazendo para a nossa planta, onde nós vamos fazer a classificação por tipo e cor de materiais, transformando essas aparas em novas fibras recicladas. posteriormente em novos fios reciclados, sem a necessidade de uso de água nem produtos químicos em todo o seu processo. Importante reforçar que todo o nosso processo ele é certificado pela GRS. É uma certificação internacional que chama-se Global Recycle Standard, que tem por objetivo organizar os padrões de reciclagem têxtil a nível internacional.
Após a fiação e tecelagem dos novos tecidos feitos com fibras têxteis recicladas realizadas por nossos parceiros, nós passamos para a etapa do desenvolvimento de coleção. Nessa etapa, nós analisamos toda a cadeia como forma de reduzir os impactos ambientais, desde a escolha da matéria-prima, lavanderia e aviamentos. Para nós, a sustentabilidade é uma etapa essencial do nosso processo criativo, pois buscamos refletir na peça o nosso compromisso em fazer moda com significado.
Mais do que uma iniciativa, o movimento Moda Circular fortalece o nosso compromisso em promover um ciclo virtuoso de responsabilidade socioambiental.
So that's it of our presentation, and thank you.
Thank you, Mariana. Before passing to the other presentations, I wanted to ask you, I can see I already knew Lunelli from previous COPs. We've been together in previous COPs, and I can see that you are really worried about bringing to the strategy of the company the sustainability values and the core business being also positive, impactful. Do you have inside Lunelli something that already can measure the life cycle of your products? You have like an idea how long a Lunelli cloth is supposed to last if the user takes some care? Do you notice that this is one question, if you measure the life cycle of the product? And another question is, are you measuring all those process you have? Because this is an ESG era, and of course you have to have numbers. You can't manage what you don't measure. You have to have numbers on it. And if you have already a sustainability report, if all these initiatives are on your sustainability report, or if you plan to, how is your strategy on that?
For the first question, we are connecting the project with our company strategy. So we structure our sustainability strategy to work with priority themes, and we developed some initiatives and internal commitments to develop this process. So now we are doing our GAG inventory to understand all our production, and the life cycle of our products are very connected with this number. So it's the first priority to us now. And we are working in a label or a way to identify the impact of the products in the development stage. So we are working in this project internally, and we want to develop more to offer the final consumer the information about the product. And the other question, yes, we have a sustainability report. This year was the 40 year launched our sustainability report with numbers and our KPIs about the transformation manufacture process. And in this document we publish to the information about our fabric information and about our use of cotton and water, energy, and information about our employees through our initiatives through social pillar and governance and economic connection to ESG. We work at Lunelli.
Super interesting, thank you. And now from Lojas Renner, Regina e o Eduardo. I don't know how you're going to divide. You're going first? Okay, ladies first. About circularity and innovation regarding the more sustainable production, right?
Thank you. Thank you all and good afternoon. It's a privilege to be here with you all. Like I said in the morning, my name is Regina Durante, and I am the Chief of Human Resources and Sustainability Strategy at Lojas Renner Group. First of all, let me introduce Lojas Renner to you. I think that is the most important, that the headquarters of Lojas Renner is in Rio Grande do Sul. That's the state in Brazil that faced the hugest flood in history. So that's why we are here, not just to talk about this important theme, but to call to action every company, every people and governments to have a sense of urgency. Because it's the climate change is already in place. So it's very, very urgent. Well, who are we? So let me introduce the company. We are the largest manufacturing retailer in Brazil and South America. We are present in all states of Brazil with operations in Uruguay, Argentina, and offices in China, Vietnam, and Bangladesh. We have more than 600 stores, more than 24,000 employees, and more than 20 own brands. So it's about scalability, and it's about being pioneer and innovative. When we are leaders, we need to transform. We have this obligation to be a transformation agent to all the ecosystem. So our ecosystem here is formed by Renner, that is the largest fashion and lifestyle brand focused on omni one-stop shop experience. Kamikaze is the home and the core fashion brand. Youcom is the youth fashion brand. Realize is the financial institution. Ashwa is the curve and plus size fashion brand. And Repassa is the second-hand digital platform. And about sustainability, it has been a company value for over 10 years, but our history with this topic begins much earlier with our founder in 1911. And in the present and in the future, sustainability is part of the Renner's Group strategy. We have 3 R's. The first one is reference in fashion and lifestyle. The second is a reference in enchanting experience. And the third one is reference in responsible fashion. And in 2022, we announced the new cycle of 12 public commitments broken down into 3 fundamental pillars that are relationships based on humanity, rights, and diversity, climate, circular, and regenerative solutions, and amplifying connections with our suppliers and all ecosystem. And this is important because we need our suppliers. Lunelli is one of our partners here. And we all together will be more effective and more transformative if we work together. So our call is to develop, to educate, not to punish. And now I will call the most important here, that is Eduardo Ferlauto. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Regina. Hi, everybody. It's a great pleasure to be here. I will emphasize my part of the presentation in our strategy related to the circularity, to the solutions that we understand that it's important for our advance in the most part of our goals, we define our strategy management of sustainability based on commitments. As Regina said, we are in the second cycle of commitments, and what is the difference for this new one related to the circularity and the climate change management? We define our goals by science-based initiative, and all these provisions, it's kind of challenged because we need to increase our fiber-to-fiber solutions using take-back programs that we have and use our scraps, as I said, Marina, in the productions, and we introduce as a value in our product. It's a kind of challenge because when we talk about the business of fashion, we have a challenge in the technology and the management, because we introduce this kind of ways. For example, in Brazil, we need to amplify our connections with all the suppliers that produce our piece, because we don't have factories, and amplify our connection with the other suppliers. For example, the logistic in Brazil is so big, and it's important to connect with the best way, the best form, with efficiency to, as we know in other countries, define a kind of hub to connect all of this textile waste. Let me show you some activities that we have and some issues that we defined in the last years. We want to ensure in our plan 2013 to achieve the results in 2013 that all the products, 100% of our products, have some kind of attributes, and again, the emphasis in these attributes nowadays in due it to our goals approved in science-based target. It's considering the recycled fiber of the most important raw materials, because they have it have the low emissions facts, and guarantee this 100%. It's a challenge that involved all the value chain. As Regina said, we understand that we are a transformative force, and we need to amplify this kind of connections again and engage all the actors in this sector. When we finalize our first cycle of commitments, we achieve, I will show in the next slide, 80% of product with less impact, or with in a minimum one attribute with less impact. And what is important? What is the highlight? We introduced this model in our value chain, considering the buying process. But obviously, all the part of the designers was involved. But nowadays, in our new cycle, we want to rethink about our designer process. We think that it's important to redesign this part of our process, thinking about the circularity, all the principles of circularity, based on the main important issue that consider fiber to fiber process. It's a kind of different work, because we need to management people. In this case, we need to management the way that to do things. We think that sustainability is about this. It's about people and process. And the other important issues that we have in the next in this cycle is eliminate all the plastic that we use in stores. The packaging we did this transition, but that are involved in all parts of the process plastics, and we define this goal, eliminate all this plastic that we with one single use. Yeah. Some actives that I said. It's important result here. One highlight only to pass for the next slide. All the jeans, all the pants, and other clothes that contain jeans fabric. We define some 100% of them. Sorry. Is considering with less impact, because we did all the transitions related to the chemicals that we use. Is considered the best in class because we eliminate all chemical restrictive chemicals. And the other important activity that we have in the jeans, in the fabric of jeans, it's the consumer of water. We develop a methodology, our own methodology, to measure each piece by piece the water consumption. And nowadays, 50% of our denim, our jeans, is considered with low consumer of water. Yeah. And the first cycle, it was a challenge to achieve the results, but we consider that keep the number of the goals or the result is a challenge too. And nowadays we continue using 80% of products that have in a minimum one less impact attribute. We did the transition when you talk about the source or the origin of our viscose, 94%, and all the cotton we define as a commitment in the first cycle, active 100%, and we keep around this number, 97%. We were the first company or fast retail company that achieved this number, and again, keep this number or keep this management. It's a kind of challenge, and we continues using around 100% of our cotton based on the certified cotton. Yeah. Other initiative that we have in this journey is it's foster different kinds of sourcing in Brazil. In charge of in this project, Lojas Renner Institute foster the agroecological cotton with more than 300 women from traditional communities. And nowadays we use as collections. We relaunched once a year a collection using this cotton, and the other part of the cotton, all the communities that are involved sell for other companies. And the main objective of this project is foster the earn of these communities, but we know that it's a health impact or a good impact when related to the climate change initiative that we have fostered. Yeah. And when, as I said before, our proof in related to the climate change goals, it's a journey to decarbonize our business. And look at the slide that it's a huge challenge. 55% of reduction in each pieces that we will produce. We need to reduce this number, 55% of carbon emissions for each pieces. Yep. That is the challenger. That is a goal that we approve, a short term, a short target based on the initiative. Let me finalize here. And as Regina said, how we think that it's important in this journey, amplify our connections with our suppliers. And we have many results in our development programs. We share all the contacts that we have in our Renner University. And we believe that this journey, we need to involve all this ecosystem. And again, we need to promote educations. We need to promote change in all the way that the ecosystem think about the products and redesign this part of the products that, or in the process that we design our products. Yeah. some main results that we have in our development programs here. It's, as I said before. And what is in the routine that we define it like a good delivery. Nowadays we launched our circular guide. We share with all the suppliers, and we share with as a society as a whole. It's the first, or it was a first time that a company launched this kind of guide. And again, we understand that it's important that we promote this transformation as the largest retail in Brazil. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Eduardo and Regina. A lot of numbers, important numbers, some ambitious ones, other gives us hope, and of course it seems like you're in the front line of being a transformative agent in the society. But I want to ask the tough question, in order to push you to keep doing better. What are the main, maybe 3 examples of the main difficult and challenges still to overcome when it comes to reaching all those ambitions that you have until 2030, and not only, but right now, what kind of big challenges you're facing and you're struggling to overcome? I mean, is it a supply chain? Is it the qualification of supply chains, as you said, that you endorse? Or is it on the innovative and technological side when it comes to reducing the water consumption, because you have another way of making jeans using less water, or no? Or what are the bottlenecks? What are the challenges still to overcome? Maybe Regina and Eduardo, I don't know which one of you. Okay. So maybe 3 top challenges.
I think that I can summarize in one point. We don't want to shut down all the industry or the way that we do our products in our ecosystem, and these transitions that we consider the main challenger. We need to keep all the practices that we have nowadays, and we need to change the mindset. One part of the challenge is this. We need to implement new technologies, and we need to think or rethink the way of the design, that the process to produce our pieces. Yeah. As a whole, we need to consider that this need times. The main challenge nowadays for us is time. Our plan is to activate all the results in 2013. We are accelerating all the initiatives. We are here because we want to establish new connections. We need to understand all the best-in-class programs and initiatives to help us as a support to accelerate all these initiatives. Our responsibility, it's not only our responsibility. Our responsibility, as we said, it's share the values, share the knowledge in all the contexts of the ecosystem of fashion in Brazil. That is the big challenge.
Thank you so much. And now going with you, Luciana, from the Erasmus University. Please, can you share your thoughts? Talk a little bit.
Okay. Well, thank you. Is it working? Yeah. Okay. So good afternoon. For those who are still here, pay attention. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some trends for fashion in terms of technology and aesthetics that we expect, like in a world that it's going to be very much more devastated. So I'm from Erasmus University, and also my PhD is there in the Netherlands and also in Brazil in production engineering. It's a double degree. And I have my own agency that is Amazonia.design. Here you can scan the QR code, you can access the website. You're gonna see a cyborg made with AI there in the forest. I'm launching my thesis now in the spring, so I'm researching some materials made of rubber there in the Amazon that goes to two main suppliers, to French companies, and seeing that they're not that sustainable and what happens there in the forest. So, well, you can take a look. Yeah, it's gonna be open source, so it's all fine. So trends, yeah. So first of all, you need to picture the scenario that we are, and I don't know if I have time to cover 10 trends. I will do my best to 6, and we'll see what we have. Yeah, you can cut me, please. So the Brazilian government and the scientists are already working with the +3 degrees, hotter. Yeah, so we achieved 1.5, and these conversations are all available on YouTube. You can see the president, talk to the scientists there in São Paulo. So considering this scenario, where it doesn't mean that it's +2 degrees overall, but some areas are already 8+ and etc. I'm wondering what we need to wear, to survive. So there are some researchers. You can find this data also on Extinction Rebellion. With this QR code, you can access more about these 3 scenarios that we have. That is mitigation, adaptation, and suffering. I'm interested in adaptation, how to dress in extreme temperatures and for disasters. I will lead mitigation for my colleagues and also for the politicians. But as a designer, I'm an industrial designer, I want to see what we have in innovation, like in this world that can be, I imagine, as very dramatic. So my question is, what are we going to wear in a world with extreme temperatures and more disasters? If I would ask this to AI, to ChatGPT, those are the things that they would say. It's a bricolage of text, sustainable materials that we see here, circular fashion, second-hand, local production, etc., etc., etc. I'm not interested in none of those. I know that we need to do this, but this is what's happening now. I'm interested in the future. So some trends in technology for fashion. One of them, the first, is that I'm going to cover some of them. They were going to become nocturnal. Materials are melting when you step on the floor. We need to change the type of coatings that we have in textile engineering. So let me go through some of them and see how much we can cover. Well, I have students from all over the world. And some of them, for instance, from Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, they are already working during the night, and sleeping during the day because it's too hot. It's more than 50 degrees in some areas. What does this mean? When we use, so this type of research that I'm doing, it's based on some design methods. So for instance, this one on futuring. So I'm going to look at sci-fi movies and see how we can interpret what is in those sci-fi movies and see if this is applicable for us. So I got one of the movies that is Reminiscence with the Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, and in that movie it's placed in Miami, submerged, and climate change is like a background thing. The main things the main stories doesn't matter here, but what's matter is that they are already living during the night. That means that our nightlife it's going to be inverted. So you can imagine like sleeping dresses made of anti-UV. That's how it's taking place. Those type of innovations that we can be that can inspire us. It's aesthetics more neo-noir. So how is this vibe, that is gonna, affect us? It's already affecting. This is also a reality. There was a video that became a trend on TikTok that shoes were melting there in the Arizona. Also the cactus, are falling apart, because it's too hot, hotter than what the desert should be. And I had experienced this in Brazil as well. A few years ago, I was in a park there, and the rubber of my shoes were becoming like a bubble gum, on the floor, on this park. They're closer to Belo Horizonte, for us to have an idea. So the reality is that we needed to change also the material to step on the floor. What type of rubber is going to be? It's going to be rubber. Am I going to create a system like it be inspired in other things like And do we have a point here? No, we don't have. So, for instance, see how I can have I create a subclimate there on my shoes, to cool off, cool down. Anyways, so thinking about more distance, to step on the floor. Coatings in textile engineering. I have it here, people experts in textile engineering. I'm afraid of saying something, but what I'm going to say is that we do have many discoveries on the lab bench. We do have many different coatings, but when we go to scale up, the technology from the lab bench to the textile companies, then there's a gap, a financial gap, economical gap that we needed to convince other people that technology is really worth. So although we do have science for this, we're still very much basic. So I'm looking at, for instance, that's a picture of me there in the Amazon with anti-UV and anti-mosquito shirts, to survive. Still a motherfucker, sorry, mosquito went there on my hands, so could not cover everything. But anyways, it was, I'm looking at these trends on workwear, for hazardous conditions, but now in your wardrobe. So things that are for hard, extreme, work and weather, to have one coat, or one blouse, there in your wardrobe. The other is a personal surviving kit. So I'm looking, this is another design method analogy. So I'm looking at the reality in other countries. For instance, see children there in Japan, they are taught, since very young to learn how to deal with earthquake. So they have their own surviving kits. So maybe we're gonna develop backpacks. We're gonna develop our surviving kits for extreme disasters. And for instance, talking about Rio Grande do Sul, for the disaster, for the flood there, maybe it's time for us to think about a waterproof workwear, like a life jacket at home, or things inspired from the seat cushion flotation from airplanes, but now having at home. So also the furniture, a furniture that can be adaptable, for eventual floods, hurricanes and everything. So as a designer, that's what I can visualize, adaptation of some technologies, of some solutions from one area to the other, and fashion, you needed to be involved with this. Frugality. What is frugality? We can call in Portuguese gambiarra. We can call alternative solutions, creative solutions. But frugality is a more scientific term. So based on storytelling, a friend of mine from the UN, he went to Pakistan. That was 10 years ago, and it was so hot. There was a heat wave there. Pakistan is already hot, but with a heat wave, he needed to sleep on the floor. So a guy from the UN needed to sleep on the floor on a wet towel, and with the fan turned on. Unbearable, absolutely unbearable to sleep with all the conditions. So it's not about money and status. We are all suffering from the same thing. That was 10 years ago. So then I think about what type of a cushion, of a mattress, we all need to need, will be necessary for us. So just imagine something very basic based on this story, a thicker, wet towels to sleep on it. I don't know. Green surface design, that's, we don't solve our problems, but we wrap up things. We put things literally under the rug. So green surface on the buildings, and then looking at this is a metaphor, to sweep under the rug. It's another design method. We saw this here also at COP, like how they are creating some coatings for in transportation design. But when we look at women there in India covering the roof of their houses with white, very humble people, because they feel that, it's very hot. So we're going to wrap up everything in white. That could be. White surface to reflect the UV lights, also a trend for sure. So far what I talked about was technologies from day to night and vice versa. Footwear to step on hell, workwear applied to streetwear, tech accessories for disasters, frugal innovation applied to fashion, and the surface design to cool down. Do I still have some time? I don't know. I don't think so. I would still look at forgotten patents. So looking at the past is, we look at the past because there's no other way, nowhere else to look at, to imagine the future. And then I look at, there was electric car there. more than 100 years ago, and why it's just a trend right now. It's just possible. In the recent years, because there is a social technical system. That makes this technology available. So we do have many technology to save our country, to save our planet. But what is the system? That supports that technology? And in this sense, we still have immaterial fashion, making everything digital, NFTs, augmented reality, digital, working with avatars and the gamification of clothes. But we see that this trend is like overlapping, it's like in parallel with the main trends, with the main production of clothes, the normal production. Because I don't have control of things, I feel so overwhelmed and powerless. What we are doing is to create kind of a micro Earth, a micro planet at home. So, and then we look at the animals, our pets, how we create like everything for that pet, a small environment for it. We try to control things that are in our hand that we can reach out. And in this sense, as an individual on a micro scale, I feel that how am I going to create this in terms of my wardrobe? Can I change? Hello, can I change my wardrobe as well? Like I'm thinking the environment for my pets. How is going to be this micro Earth and escape to space? This is the ex-partner of Elon Musk, Grimes. This trend, the cyberpunk. She tattooed her body with this alien tattoo. So we're literally living in this conceptualization, aestheticization of climate change, in dystopian narratives, and looking at going to Mars. But this is not new. We had this when they launched the airplanes, and then when we went to the moon, and now when you go to Mars, we want to go. So we're looking at how to escape, and fashion, yes, not just fashion, all industrial design, all the products. We are in this trend, escapism via technology, but not exactly. We're gonna go there unless it becomes here so cold and so dry that But anyways, I hope that with everything we still stay literally down on Earth. Otherwise, the scenario that we have here is as pure a dystopia. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Luciana. It was really disruptive and interesting. And although it seems really futuristic, I know it's not. I know it's super reality. And it's interesting because you showed us another side that is, okay, we have to look on the mitigation part of the clothes we produce and how we buy them, etc. But we also have to look into fashion industry as a way of adaptation for us to be able to live in this planet the way it is and with all this climate change. In your opinion, adaptation in fashion industry and a fashion industry fully adapted, we have a problem of technology or scale and mindset. What is the main problem that we do have? Because what you are saying is we already have some technology. Not everybody, but a lot of researchers are looking to it. We are producing art, talking about it, films and movies and etc. But what is the problem? We have a problem of scale. We have the technology and we need more scale. Or actually we have a whole system problem because those technologies are not that viable in terms of economic or social acceptance. What do you think? I'm sorry, this is a lawyer. Default. I ask tough questions.
Well, I love the question. Thank you so much. And I think the answer is right here in this round table, because my colleagues from the textile and fashion companies, they just talking about circular fashion. So we do need circular fashion. I mean, that's obvious that we need to shift to this direction. But we're gonna have this. It's the kind of a clash because people who are suffering those disasters. it doesn't matter for them, like this circular fashion, in the sense that they will need products to survive to the climate. Yeah. So in this sense, the product development is still not considering the disasters for the entire population. Yeah. So it's a systemic problem. We are more reactive when the disasters start to come faster and faster now after 2030. I'm saying smiling, but of course it's that smile of irony, and it's because it's desperation. It's the next step. Yeah, the climate anxiety is already suffered from this years ago. Now it's like, okay, let's work with what we have. That is adaptation. We're not designing products right now for the disasters. And what I showed is that we do have a technology there in terms of chemistry, of textile engineering. But what people are doing is to adapt what they already have in their reality, to survive. So in this sense, in fashion we have two movements, in trends, the bubble up, and the top to down. The top to down, the directors, the fashion designers, what they say to people, what to do, what they put on the market, and bubble up, what starts there on the street. And in this case, it's answering your question, is what people are already doing to survive, the needs. This is coming before. This is in front. The industry is not considering this. So that's my point. It's considering the other things, the circular fashion, the adaptations here and there, which needs to happen, but
in a more integrated way.
Yeah.
You don't get to think about mitigation without addressing adaptation.
We will have to have these products for extreme weather. Unfortunately, very unfortunately.
Yes, thank you. Really interesting. Thank you so much. And now the girls from Midday.
Yeah.
Okay, I will just open to say correctly the name, so I won't do any flaw. So Madina and Ainur.
Yeah.
Okay, you're both founders, and I think you have a presentation on smallest steps, biggest change. I don't know which one of you wants to begin.
Actually, she will start, but can we change seats because we need to take turn for microphone?
Okay. This is a flexible panel. I like it. So you can start, and then we can talk about it.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Ainur Aseynova and we are from Azerbaijan. It's an honor to us to represent our brands through this presentation. The main focus of our Smallest Steps, Biggest Change presentation is upcycling and recycling. As we all know, Mother Earth is currently suffering from climate change and global warming. Two major contributors of these issues are oil and fast fashion industry.
And my name is Safarzada Madina, and I'm another co-founder of Medai. So approximately for a single shirt, we waste I'm kind of anxious.
It's okay. We all are. It's climate changing.
So for a single shirt, we actually waste 3,000 liters of water, and it is equal to one person's water need for a half a year. And for a 20 kilogram of cotton, we waste 20,000 of water. And aside the fact that we actually wasting our water source, there's other effects too, like chemicals and pollution too. And dyeing a single shirt, there is 0.01 metric ton of carbon dioxide emitted into air. So, emitted to air. So, and and it tracing the numbers depending on the texture, density, and this is aside this fact that there's already this much of damage caused by making all these products. Some brands even discarding their fabrics just for a single color difference. And that's why fast fashion is top 10 polluting industry globally in the list. And there is another reason of being in the list it's because burning process, because some brands burning their past collection or unsold collection each year. And this is causing huge damage to air. That's why some government taking action according to this. For instance, France, they ban all this process and forcing brands to recycle and upcycle their product and resell them again.
Child labor is another series of issues linked to the fashion industry. Many products go to waste without realizing their full potential. According to an international labor organization, an estimated 168 million children are engaged in child labor worldwide, with 73 million of them working in hazardous conditions. Many children of this place are engaged in fashion supply chain worldwide and longing for long hours for minimal pay to produce our clothing. Child labor is especially prevalent in regions such as China, India, Africa, and etc.
And microplastic. And the closest the microplastic pollution is caused from 20 to 35% by fast fashion, and 60% of clothes we wear made of the synthetics, which is seriously harmful for our health. And it takes thousands of years to decompose, and even after decomposing, it's because it's chemical, it's harming the ecosystem, because even after decomposing, this spreads into soil and going to our groundwaters. Just because we mostly prefer synthetic, it's because unlike cotton, it's much more cheaper, but we need not to forget that even so it's cotton a little bit expensive, it's still much more healthy because it's natural, but synthetic is not. It's made of the chemicals, that's why it's harmful for our health and our ecosystem.
The best way to address these issues is through upcycling and recycling. Many products go to waste without realizing their full potential. A piece of fabric can be repurposed and create unique, one-of-a-kind items. In recent time, upcycling has gained popularity also during the pandemic, when supply chains were disrupted, encouraging brands and explore sustainable alternatives. And also encouraging brands. So, especially during wartime, there were people who proposed every useful fabric, from curtains to tablecloths. As you can say, some of these brands like Miu Miu are collaborate and create upcycling clothes, and they're designed. Upcycled products are also more affordable since they don't require as much investment as new items, and creating win-win situation for both brands and consumers. Additionally, each upcycled piece is unique and given more affordable sense of exclusivity at a lower price than mass-produced fashion items.
And after pandemic, it become, like my friend said, it becomes so much popular, and from west side to east side. So from ordinary life, celebrities started to wearing this upcycled product to special events too. So as a MEDAI, actually, we want to be part of this challenge and help our Earth as much as we can. So that's why we choose upcycle over other genres. We care about uniqueness, which is upcycle is something that can be repeated again, duplicated again. So we care actually about texture, about quality. So, and as you can see in this slide, there is the fire element motifs in these two clothes. It's because it's actually related to our country. As you all know, we are from Azerbaijan, we are locals. And Azerbaijan means actually land of the fires. So that's why we wanted to add this motif to our closet to represent our country too, on our clothes as a way we can. So yeah, in this journey actually, that's why I like the presentation name. We actually believe smaller steps actually can biggest change. And in this slide, we were in graduation show. There was so much clothes that was on the podium we showed. Some of them, we bring some of them to be them to show. All of these pieces are made of the second-hand products and made by us. We are like playing a tailor role too, like designer, tailor, everything. We are all of these done by us. This was, for instance, this was just a jacket, a long jacket, but we cut this and added to corset. Like this corset was made of the trousers. That's just a single trousers. Yeah, yeah. And that zebra one made by 2 trousers, and leftover was used for the bag. Can you show other one? Actually, that trousers was combination of her, of that jacket. It's all. Hello. Hey. It was its combination, and yellow one was another version of that jacket. Just we cut this and added bag from this bag made of the towel, just a single 3 towel. We wanted to create, as you can see, you can do actually and something new, like it didn't look like this before, but we gave a second life because this product had a hope to, had a chance to give, so we didn't want to miss that one. So as you can see, you actually give a life to old things. So yeah, that's it.
It's really interesting the power of design in enlarging the life cycle of products, right? Because the upcycle makes them usable with another perspective. So maybe the old jacket wouldn't be that attractive anymore, and then been disposed, and now you made it possible to have another life. I have a question for you because since you mentioned that you were locals, I wanted to see if you think that this kind. First of all, sorry about saying midday is medai. Medai, sorry. Now I know how to say it correctly. Medai. Do you think that in Azerbaijan, companies like ours or initiatives like ours is are happening? How do you see that movement growing? The urgency is already really broad. And do you feel that awareness, or do you think that you are part of the early beginners? How do you see the market, considering what you do and your creativity and design in Azerbaijan?
So actually in Azerbaijan, before us, there was a few persons was doing it, but they were just going simple stuffs, not with closures. We were, I think we are the only one, maybe, I'm not sure, but we were only one who started using this second-hand products to make upcycle closures. But before that, we saved some people doing bags too. So, but for Azerbaijan, even so, there is a few people already started doing that. But sadly, as a folk, we kind of have prejudice about that because in Azerbaijan, people kind of think that if you wear someone else's clothes as even secondhand, it is not like nice because they are kind of like, why should I wear someone else's clothes? I need to wear new one. It's actually, I don't like that mindset because they are kind of like, you don't need to put yourself and always wear something new. You can actually create something new by yourself. It's not need to be done by someone else, and you can go like, okay, I want to go to get this, and this is because it's all often this new. It's actually upcycling products is also new too, just because they made from something was different before. It doesn't change the fact that it's right now new thing. It has new life let's say like that.
And you look.
Yeah, new look. It's so different. If you say before what those clothes we showed looked like, no, that had nothing to do right now. It's right now how they look. But so yeah, actually,
It's a mindset problem.
it's
then.
actually a mindset problem. We want to change that mindset. We want to be open mind, open new thing. I want my folk to be like that. Actually, I don't want to them believe limits and live in four walls, like
That's
open.
interesting.
Yeah,
You will make it for sure.
I hope so.
Congratulations on the design.
Thank you.
creativity.
Thank you.
So I think this is it for now. Thank you so much for your contributions. It was really interesting to see different sectors working towards the same goal, which is stop climate change and trying to address it in a different way, and keep up the good work. And enjoy a lot. I think the COP is really interesting to connect with people like you and among each other. So thank you from my side. I learned a lot, and please a round of applause for our panelists.